never saw it coming. Take DK Metcalf, for example. When he was in high school, you would never, this is him on the track and field, you would never know that this kid was destined for greatness. He just blended in with everyone else on his team. So for him to be one of the greatest receivers in the league, it's like mind-blowing, but, good for him. He put in the time. He worked against his body type. And look where he ended up today. I love stories like this, Nick. I love stories like this.
You know what I love, Jenna? Starting to chop down unearned privilege. Listen, everyone's got a bit of privilege, whether they acknowledge it or not. I've got some white privilege. Brandon's got great athlete privilege. Jenna's got great looking person privilege. You know the privilege, though, that really bothers me? Quarterback privilege. Why, when a quarterback changes teams, is it always, some wide receiver or running back, somebody's going to have to give up their number? Why? There's nothing more valuable about you as a person, Carson Wentz, or dare I say Tom Brady, than Chris Godwin or Michael Pittman.
There you go.
Michael Pittman said, I'm going to stand athwart of history and say no. Number 11, my number, Carson Wentz. Keep your quarterback dollars. They don't spend here. You find a new number. Great job, Michael Pittman. I hope you're a trendsetter. Stop letting these quarterbacks bully you guys. Nobody says they're more valuable except for every sports television show in America all day, every day. But don't let that change the number situation, Michael Pittman. Good job.
As soon as I read that, I knew that was going to get you happy. I knew it. All right, let's switch some gears, guys. I got a question for you. Who's playing quarterback for the New England Patriots? Oh, you don't know? Well, neither do the Patriots. We're hearing that Bill Belichick is discussing, quote, every potential trade target. Well, Fox Bet Sportsbook has, wait for it, you ready, as options, Jarrett Stidham as the favorite to start next season, followed by Ryan Fitzpatrick, the incumbent Cam Newton, bit of a disappointment last year, and old pal Jimmy G, who we know Belichick does indeed like. So, Brandon, let us kick off this fun conversation. Which quarterback gets the New England Patriots back to the playoffs?
Oh, back to the play. It's sad that we're having this conversation. I'm about to go in this direction. The New England Patriots shouldn't be thinking about playoffs. They need to be thinking about having a great offseason. This team is depleted. This team, when you think about the defensive side, they didn't play well last year. The year before, they were stellar. They were lights out. I mean, they were really, really good. And then you look at this year, I mean, they were giving up so much yardage in the back end. Teams could do whatever, and obviously they had the opt-out guys, and that was the situation there. On the offensive side, you have no pass catchers at all. I don't know what's going to happen with Julian Edelman. We don't know where his health is, and, did he hit that wall? Is he finally going to hit that decline? How is he without Tom Brady? But there's a problem there. And so to answer your question, I truly believe with all of that, they got to start there, just rebuilding that team. Bill Belichick has to be a phenomenal general manager. He has to take off that head coach hat and put on that general manager hat and try to figure it out, and then also bring back Cam Newton. After sitting down with Cam Newton, I truly believe he gives them the best option. Like, I asked him, I was like, what the hell happened after COVID? Before COVID, you look at the first game. He had 15 rushes, 75 yards. He looked really good. They got the win down in Miami. And then the second game, I think it was the Sunday Night Football. He goes out there, he throws for 397 yards, something crazy, and it comes down to the end. They run a quarterback sweep to the left, don't get it. They get stuffed at the line of scrimmage. But everybody was talking about, wow, is it time to consider Cam Newton as the quarterback of the future? And then COVID hit after week 3, and everything fell apart. And so Cam, he said he was uncomfortable. And I truly believe, believe Cam when he's talking about it's tough in that system. I was with Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels, you can have 11 personnel and have 3, 4, 5 different ways to get into it. And that's different when you compare that to other offenses around the league. It's very complex. It's a very sophisticated system. So he needs time. No offseason, no preseason, and then you get hit with COVID. So I think if you give Cam a little bit more time, he's probably more comfortable in that system, and he can kind of lead you if Bill Belichick does a great job of being a GM, Nick.
Yeah.
Well, so here's the problem, though, Brandon. So you can bring Cam back, who, for a litany of reasons, whatever they are, was statistically, arguably, the worst quarterback in the league last year. That's an option. You can go with Jarrett Stidham, who the very little we've seen of him has been bad. That's an option. Or you can bring someone new in to an offense that you are self-describing, Brandon, as incredibly complex, so complex that Cam, even after the offseason, the minimal offseason, and deep into the regular season, still was having issues with because of its complexity. Option A, B, or C all lands you potentially in the same spot, which is the New England Patriots, who last year had the worst quarterback situation in the NFL, might have it again next year. As we sit here today, February 23rd, what are the worst quarterback situations in the league, and how do they compare to New England? I made a...
We lost out on Nick's
Yeah, we lost Nick. There we go. I don't know where the heck Nick was going with these quarterback situations, but I'll probably disagree
Brandon,
with him. No, I mean, go ahead.
I was just going to say, to your point earlier, which I wanted to jump in, what are the chances, because you keep talking so much about what Cam will have to do and what was working against Cam Newton heading into next season, Cam would be a good option for the Patriots if the Patriots saw what Cam Newton obviously sees in himself. Bill Belichick worked with him. He knows what was up against Cam. He knows he dealt with COVID. He knows how complicated his system is. He needs to believe that Cam can overcome all of that and become the quarterback that Cam Newton believes he can be. And do you think Bill Belichick will have that trust in him?
I do. And look, the New England Patriots are known to keep things under wraps and tight in that organization, in that locker room. But there is sentiment in that organization that Cam can get it done. Like, if they don't find a better option,